Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
Abuja, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, oye kontomponi, anaso onye kontomponi. Okanokre, anaso onkanokre. Oye big liar, said the Kennedy Japan ekanono. Anagana fu nyina nim no, anaso onye big liar. Wadwenkyere, ehu be hinya pa e comment section ase. Ene e Metro TV na akatomamento. Yes. Ene wo Metro TV there. Bujana akatoma mento ankasa ene se eye honorable Kojo Boafo ane Kojo Poku ekuhia NPP ni Kojo Poku kuhia na akatoma mento why ena obedi nkunim yes Dr. Bawumia kontomponi Kojo Poku se Dr. Bawumia enye kontomponi na clash no ano ye din yenko na yenko PENDREAM TV ni must also be subscribe to the channel, like the video no na share to other platforms efa MIN abusia yenko na yenko he information so yenko timra.
Let me make this point. He
wasn't responsible for it.
Let me talk about
this. He ate the cake.
Moro, if you disagree with someone, it doesn't make him a liar. You see, people keep saying that Dr. Bawumia lies. And I challenge everybody. Play one tape or one video where he has lied. He has said things you don't agree with. It doesn't make him a liar. If somebody says something you disagree with, it's a different conversation. If somebody says something about the economy and you don't agree with him, it doesn't make him a liar. If somebody says something about digitization, you don't agree with him, it doesn't make him a liar. I challenge anybody to say one thing that Dr. Bawumia said that was found to be untruth. There's no such thing. So this thing where he lies, where is that coming from? Kennedy went on air and we played that tape earlier, calling him a liar. To turn out that I was seated there, the very thing that Kennedy accused Doctor of saying, he didn't say it. He did not say that.
Well, he says he won't apologize.
Well, that's, I don't know. Let me not get into, let me make my submission. Please.
Don't allow Kojo.
Why?
With all due respect.
To do what?
To get away with telling us that Dr. Bawumia doesn't lie.
So you are here. So give me one instance where he has lied. No, give me one instance. I'll put a challenge out. What do you mean not allow me? I'll put out an instance. No, but I'm saying that I'll put that. Listen.
You will then tell us.
Yes. Instances where he has lied.
Instances where he's lied. Yeah. So
because you see, to tell a lie, right? A lie is an untruth. Now, there's a simple saying in life that do not tell a lie if you don't know the truth. Because the person you are telling the lie to might know the truth, right? So what I'm saying to you is that for you to say that Kojo Poku lied, it must be a fact. Like Moro was born on June 4th, 1961. For you to now come and prove to me that Moro was born in 65, I have lied. It's different from somebody saying something, you disagree with him in the substance, and you call it a liar. That's not. Okay. So I have put a challenge out there. Anybody that can come up with a statement that Dr. Bawumia said that is a lie, put it out there.
Okay, that's
Kojo, can I tell you?
No. Let me move on.
I want him to finish, but at that point, you would have to.
It's up to you. I mean, conjecture doesn't help you. So bring the facts out.
So promise that when I'm serializing his lies, you will not.
No. You see, the challenge is that. Hold on. Moro, help me out.
Dr. Bawumia told us that they were going to build an airport in Cape Coast. Where is the airport?
Hold on.
What did the Kwadwo say a week after you went to say that?
It's not your turn.
Hold on. Moro, please.
Yes.
You see, a lie. Again, if you tell that somebody have told a lie, right? You have to provide the alternative that makes what he said a lie.
The alternative fact.
The alternative fact.
Yes.
This statement you just made, the NDC said you're going to give 3 jobs, 1 job, 3 shifts. You've not done it.
Your point is when you promise something you don't deliver.
It's not a lie.
It's not a lie, okay.
It's not a lie. If somebody says, I'm going to do something, and he hasn't gotten around doing it, and his 8 years is up, how does it make it a lie? You see, let's stop using lies. If he wants to categorize things that Obama said, he's going to call them a lie. Okay. Say things that you now say. He said, hold on. He said this.
Yes.
The alternative fact is this, and he lied.
So let's not. I don't want to spend too much time on this.
Okay, so let me. Okay, fine. So let me move on. But clearly, with the same first statement he made of a Cape Coast Stadium,
I didn't say stadium. I said
airport.
Yes,
I'm going to, of course,
I want him to finish so you can come in. All right. So, Kojo. We want to know instances where Bawumia lied.
Before I go on,
yes,
I want to beg my brother, Kojo.
Okay.
Please don't interrupt me.
Okay.
Do you remember that before?
Accepted.
Do you remember that before Vice President Bawumia became Vice President? He promised Ghanaians that there was $1 million per constituency.
He was going to give 1 million per.
Where's the money?
But that's a promise not delivered.
No, wait, hold on. And it's not a lie.
No,
you didn't lie. No, it's a damn lie. You lied to Ghanaians to influence them. I'm coming.
Okay.
When he was later questioned as to where the money is, he said, "Oh, the money is in the constituency. Hurry up and go and collect it because it is there."
Yes.
There was no money anywhere. Later on, when he was further pinned down, he said they have used the money to make toilets. If you remember that document that they produced, there were pictures of something that they call toilets. I have some of the pictures. I can send it to you if you like. That's not a lie. Do you remember when Vice President Bawumia was campaigning? He said, when what did he say about the exchange rate?
When the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
When the exchange rate started exposing them, what did he say?
He said it's a swap logic.
Yes, it's swap logic.
To think that
One,
but that's not a lie. How that is a lie?
That is
it's an economic principle.
It's an economic
Disprove it.
lie.
Tell me the alternative to that.
Chairman, when you tell us that if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you, and the exchange rate is exposing you when you are in government, it means your fundamentals are weak. You people don't understand any logic.
How is that a lie?
Right?
So you see, this lie tag is made up of people's imagination.
Master, really.
So that's a second example. Okay. So let's go.
Dr. Bawumia told us that they were going to build an airport in Cape Coast. 2 weeks later, President Kwadwo went to the same place and said they were not going to build any airport in Cape Coast. Is that a lie or is not a lie?
Okay.
You see, Dr. Bawumia has a habit of telling spontaneous lies. Right? Baby Obedubian also didn't draw. Or tell an untruth just to make himself relevant at that time. But what a lot of people don't understand these days is that when you are speaking, the internet will not lie. You see the video Kojo Poku just forced you to play of Napo. What I said, Napo said. What is the difference between what I said and what he said? My brother will tell you is interpretation. My young brother, and I believe I'm older than you.
Of course.
Politics is about interpretation. When you go and say something somewhere, like Mokwame Nkrumah, people are free to interpret it how they like. So in the end, you will have to go and explain. You say something in Kumasi and then you have to go to Dumpa to go and explain. But yes, I can. But you have already done the damage. If you tell us that there is going to be $1 million distributed to every constituency upon you coming to power, we expect nothing less. Then you tell us that you've given the money to go and build toilets. Did we tell you, say, Sebi, it means Jai and I, into $1 million? Are there $1 million worth of toilets all over Accra? Huh? Oh, sorry, all over the country. Are there 1 million? Is there an airport in Cape Coast? Is it there? When you tell us that if the exchange rate will expose you if the fundamentals are weak, then you came to power, the exchange rate exposed you. Then you said it's warp logic to think that what I'm saying is true because it has happened to me. You were a damn liar. Dr. Bawumia told us that he has locked the exchange rate, the dollar.
He never said that.
Oh,
he never said that.
You promised that.
He never said he has. You see, say things he said. Okay. If you say things he said, I won't target. But he never said that.
He said that he has locked the.
He never said he has. He never said he has.
And he has given the keys to the IGP. The same IGP they promptly sacked when the IGP had 3 weeks left to retire. When he said that, what happened to the exchange rate? When the NPP came to power, the exchange rate was just under between 4 and 5 cedis. Not to obliviate. When they left power, it was 17 cedis. Today, it is 10 cedis. And now they are
when we left power, it was 13.4.
No.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, sorry, 14.3.
Yes.
14.3. Lord, in December 2024, it was 14.3. It was not 17.
It was
14.3. 14.3.
Okay. You see, the same principle. Where failure is, it's
not the point, but let's put the fact out there. It was never 17.
Yes, okay, it was 14. Why are they? They got 38%. Jimensa had 3, so they got 41. It's okay. Listen, you failed the economy. And you people were abject failures. You were abject failures. You people completely destroyed this country's economy. Right? A few months later, you are sitting down saying opposition is lonely. Really? And you have the guy who told us lie upon lie upon lie upon lie. Dr. Bawumia said he wasn't in favor of DDEP. And yet it was done. Dr. Bawumia was not in favor of e-levy. And yet he had the cake.
But
that's not a lie.
Doesn't that indicate his limitations as head of EMT?
Do you know something? There's something called resignation.
Okay.
Remember a vice president of this country resigned because he didn't agree with the government?
Who resigned?
Aka
was slapped out of the position.
No,
Well, he didn't resign. He was beaten out.
So
your former head of state beat him out.
Bawumia,
let's not confuse the case.
Should have allowed himself to be beaten out.
Oh.
Physically beaten.
Yes, maybe he should have allowed Kenofureka to slap him.
That's a good example for us to say.
Yeah, exactly. So we are saying that he resigned. He didn't just resign because he disagreed.
You agree that he resigned.
Kojo, you can stay with the.
You see, let me tell you.
Advice that perhaps he could have.
Yes, he could have resigned. But don't say that he should be beat. Is be slept up. That a former vice resigned. The only time a former vice resigned is because he was beaten.
But the fact still remains that he resigned
after being beaten.
Were you there?
Bawumia was. Please, just me and you have to be
Let me play your game.
Me and you were not there.
Let me play your game. It is your opinion.
Me and you were not there.
You were not there.
Me and you
did you see
were
the slap?
not there.
Did you see the slap?
Me and you were not there.
What is on record? You see, he's in the Master, I will do the same thing to you.
This is one of the reasons why I've said we need to read Rawlins's
Moro.
Yes, I'm listening.
Is it a fact that Aka resigned?
Of course it is.
Because Kojo Poku has confirmed that he resigned. But he said he was beaten out of the place. And I'm saying that
we don't know for a fact.
Yes, exactly. He wasn't there.
Know that for a fact.
He wasn't
we
there.
don't know if his resignation
the man who keeps telling me
what had happened.
The man who keeps
even the beating, we cannot confirm it in David. It was true.
The man who keeps telling me.
You want to thwart history by saying Aka was never slapped by Jerry Jordan?
I'm not saying that.
So isn't it a fact that Aka was slapped by Jerry Jordan?
No.
Is that
how can you say that?
Who said it?
How can you say that?
Hey. So today, today, tomorrow, today, as a record of fact, are we saying that Aka was never sacked, was never slapped by?
As a matter of fact, I mean, Aka said it, as Rollins said it.
Look, please, my brother. How many times have we heard this thing?
Kojo Poku. Do you want to talk again?
Reporter speeches.
You want to debate what I'm saying?
Interesting. Let's move on. Then nothing is true. Let's move on. Let's move on. Nothing is true. If today you want to tell me that the Aka incident never happened because it's what oral reports.
Moro, if I do the same thing to him, don't. Now both you and him are interrupting me. Let me speak. The
only reason why we some people are not tempted to doubt it because none of the persons involved has come and say it's not true.
No, there's a book. Somebody's book reports it. I can't remember whose book, but somebody's book reports it. The incident that happened about Aka where he was booted in the ball.
No problem. I haven't read that book.
You are the one who is touting subjectivity. Now you've added booted in the balls. You see what makes you people liars? You see, you lie all the time. Throughout this program, you have been touting subjectivity.
Yes.
Now, not only have you done slap, you've added booted in the balls. Were you there? And you want to be at the menu. Or you are not about now. Put it in the bowl.
So that's a very interesting. No, but just a quick one. I beg you, you may need this. So Kakresam has sent us this message, and I think it's a very useful intervention. So he says, no, the Vice President Aka did not resign. He was made a running mate to J. Ekufuor while he was still Vice President. Yes. But
what do you mean he didn't resign? He resigned as the...
Well, yeah, but he couldn't have become his running mate if he hadn't resigned.
My brother, I was talking about Bawumia's lies. Please,
anyway,
let me...
So that's fine. But this is
where's the Pualuguda? Where's the Pualuguda?
But what did Bawumia say? What did Bawumia say about Pualugu?
He said that there was going to be a dam for which they have already given money to begin the dam. That was the 12 million that they gave to the Chinese contractor who took the money and ran away. Where's the dam? Is there a dam in Pualugu? You see?
So was that a lie?
Well, yes, it's a lie.
How's that a lie?
It's the same way that you are lying about Aka's balls. That's a lie. You understand? Listen. Moro, everybody in this country, including my son Rahim, knows that Bawumia is a liar. You don't need any NDC person to tell you.
Exactly, the NDC person. I'm happy you've quantified it. You don't need any NDC person.
Canadian Japan has already told us he's a liar. But what did Brian Achampon say about Bawumia? Brian Achampon too was one of the, cabinet members that no Munimiansam. He was there. But he was the national security. You see why we're in trouble? All the people who were in that cabinet, from the president through to the national security minister, they had no sense. That's according to Napu. You see how they left the country?
Okay.
That's why, that is the reason. You see, when you listen to the NPP, when you listen to them individually, you will understand the only person in that quintuplet of misinformants, right? I don't want to call them lies because Kojo Poku won't let me call them lies. It's Kwame Japan. He is the one who is supporting Bawumia even though he himself has a campaign to run. That tells you that he's running for vice president. That's what he's doing. He's running for vice president.
Okay, Kojo.
Let me make this point.
Let's see, I was for clash na ena yakofa ede abramo no nti se wa kasa utia na wahu se na enye fedi agro se Dr. Bawumia o kanokre ana se on kanokre eno ena akopie mu e wo hodom no na utia abusua eye ensam ni bia okekaye ene nim efa Dr. Bawumia ho say odintro anaso onintro oye big liar ana onye big liar ebi enie Dr. Bawumia e can say I have arrested the dollar and locked it up and no it was a famous affair saying a famous 2017 to 2018 quote suggesting the depreciation of the cedi against the US dollar had been halted. The cedi had experienced significant depreciation reaching over 16 plus per dollar by 2024. We shall never go to IMF. Dr. Bawumia, we shall never go to IMF. The government frequently stated they would not seek an IMF bailout, but later entered an IMF program in 2023 due to economic distress. To way Dr. Bawumia nentro ni binio abusiamunti or see if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you. Critics use this quote from his time in opposition to argue that the poor performance of the cedi under his tenure demonstrates weak economic fundamentals. You can't tax Mumu. You can't tax Mumu. Or say the implementation of the electronic transfer levy, e-levy, was seen as a reversal of this position. Let's just say, Bawumia beka say omon taxi mumu, and so adiechi na omon taxi mumu. Near to be also unfulfilled infrastructure or social promises. Unfulfilled infrastructure or social promises. One village, one dam. Criticism that many of these dams were not built or were substandard. One teacher, one laptop. Claims regarding the non-fulfillment of or slow rollout of this promise. Construction of the Sky Train. Project promises that did not materialize as planned. Concrete roofs. Promises to build concrete instead of asphalt roofs. But Dr. Bawumia Bekache said, we say, asphalt roofs be. No more be roofs are the concrete. And cement pa concrete no more be roofs. Ewa Ghana ha. Ni na sa no boa. Omantimi anya ba kumpo. For 1 kilometer omantimi anya bi. With Ghana card, Ghanaians can travel abroad without a visa. Critics argue this was misrepresented, as it only applies to specific limited conditions or travel to Ghana, not international travel without a visa. But we, Abuja, I know they are kind of sake because a man for Yeneti Krumana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Ebeka say, a Ghana card, no bit media to choir, unhia visa. Later, a free NPP for Ebeka say, Ness I know person or Chileni and what they had by Yeneti. Say, okay, there is a video to prove. In training business say, or say we have paid all trainee allowance. And so Sano Boa na untia trainees allowance nibi. Aha. Enti yo kasi eto aso a ensam bebri na Dr. Bawumia aka ene ntro bebri wadi a kasi ye bobo ni na so a ade e bechi. Aha. Enti abusha Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia de obi anim se onka no kre. Obi anim so onka no kre. Enti se adu Kojo Boafo ekoka se fence onka no kre na or the reason or the reason entino was odeka saasam no tema obia enwene se eyentro bi keke na odi Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia meka ne se onka no kre ane onka no kre tebuja hi PENDREAM TV message also be subscribe to the channel, like the video, na share to other platforms. What you check be afato comment section as a mine PENDREAM edam yopo
manever I say ma PENDREAM TV there o say edam yopo.